Hi, Sandra here from Createinspain. I'm not actually making any cards in today's video, but I did want to show you some that I made with my friend Alison when she was here last week. And in case you didn't know, I wanted to give you an update on how I'm doing. I've had surgery for colon cancer, but the surgery went very well. I'm about 3 weeks post-op and I'm feeling pretty good. I was very, very lucky. It turned out that it was stage 3, so further advanced than I thought it was to start with. It was only picked up by screening, so if you get a colon cancer test kit, for goodness sakes, use it. Mine came back clear last year and stage 3 this year, so it can be pretty fast. And I consider myself to be very, very lucky that it was found, it was removed. They removed lymph nodes, but they were clear, so I've managed to avoid chemo as well. So yes, although it's not the best of starts to the new year, it's definitely a heck of a lot better than it might have been. So this is the first of a couple of cards which are definitely not my usual style. I'm not really into unicorns, and I generally don't have children to make cards for. But my friend Alison has a couple of friends who have younger children, and they are into unicorns and pinks and purples and black, which is an unusual colour choice. So this is a design that I found on Pixabay, at least the unicorn I found on Pixabay. And we've put some stars and some little gems on. And the unicorn itself is on a wobbler, a homemade wobbler, which is simply made with a couple of discs of card and a little thin wire curled into a spring, and it wobbles really, really nicely. So I was pleased with the way that this came out, as indeed was Alison. We added a little bit of sparkle pen to the unicorn's horn as well, but other than that we didn't actually have to colour the unicorn. So this one is the alternative one for the young lady who's into black as well. So the unicorn is exactly the same and put on a wobbler, but the background for this one was done with a black base. We did actually start off with a white card, we just painted it black, and then we used a toothbrush to splatter different coloured paints over the top. So we used a bright pink gouache and a silvery gouache, and then we added some stars and again a little bit of extra shimmer. I think these cards turned out really nicely and they were relatively quick to do. So if you're looking for a card for someone who's into unicorns, you might want to take a look at Pixabay and grab an image or two. So now back to adult cards, and this image here was stamped and then coloured in with alcohol markers. You may well recognise the sheet. And then we did a nice little cutout of the sentiment and followed that up with an offset to make it stand out, because otherwise it got a little bit lost. Where this card gets different is on the inside, and it has a pop-up. So this one is an image of an owl, which again I got from Pixabay. Downloaded this one actually as an SVG, so all the cut lines were in place already. And we cut it out of different types of card, added some googly eyes as well, but basically just cut out the pieces and made an owl. Now this particular image had a back and a front image, which was really, really handy. And then I hand drew a log and cut that out as well, adding a couple of short stubby tabs underneath the log to attach it to the card. When you see the side-on view, it will become obvious what that actually did. So the back and the front of the owl were stuck together, but only on the top third, leaving the bottom part of the owl quite free and clear. When the owl's inserted, the tabs are placed adjacent to the centre fold, glue applied to both sides, and the card is shut. When the card is opened, once the glue is dried, the owl will stand up in the centre, which is rather clever. So a nice easy technique that you can use with lots and lots of different sorts of images. And as I said, I got my image from Pixabay, so go have a look on there and see what you can find. Added a sentiment to it to finish it off, and the card is pretty much done. So that's it for today. I won't be supplying you with the file, but I hope you have a go at that anyway. It's a fun technique, and I'll see you again soon. Take care now.